Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly readings for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. It's summer, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. I hope you can feel the difference in the seasons. It's hit me really quickly. I hope obviously you've been able to work with the videos that I did for the summer solstice and for Cancer season as a whole. Please obviously go back and check them after this one if you haven't seen them yet. Take the opportunity to sit yourselves down or lie yourself down if you can. Get yourself to a nice restful place. So start by taking a few deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just keep breathing, and the out breath, allow anything you've been carrying with you, any stresses, any difficulties you found today, anything that's wound you up or irritated you. On the out breath, just breathe it out, allow it to just drop out of your legs into the earth. On the in breath, just bring in some nice fresh energy. And just keep breathing, let yourselves open up in order that you can receive, in order that we can connect. If you're here, please say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your weekend's been. Let me know what your plans for this week are. Hi, Michelle. Hi, LV. I'm very good. I'm a little tired because I've been out all weekend at a workshop, but I'm doing okay. I don't want to miss doing the weekly video though, so here we are, slightly later than usual. It's already Monday where I am, but for many of you it's still the 23rd, so I think we're on time. Please remember to like the video if you're here as well. Please remember to share the video if you can. That helps a huge amount. I'll get started in a moment by pulling some cards for the collective to get a sense of where we're at across this planet, and then I'll move on to the 12 signs from Aries through to Pisces. Keep breathing nice and deep. You're in a safe space. Anything that you've been worrying about, that can just drop away for now. It'll still be there for you later on, I'm sure, but you don't have to carry it with you now. And as you let it drop, just allow yourselves to receive. Hopefully you reach a slightly different perspective as well on whatever is troubling you. Hi, Tracy. So happy, LV. That's really good news. Okay, so the picture for the collective for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Hi, Margaret. It's a wonderful theme for this week. Let me see what the cards have to say. This is beautiful. I feel this is really beautiful. This is wonderful, and it's exactly what they showed me. This feels like a really beautiful week for the collective. They're showing me themes of simply finding safety, comfort, sanctuary, love, and just finding and being around and being with the people who allow you to feel that, allow you to feel safe, allow you to feel hopeful. And I said, obviously, to let things drop away and see if your perspective shifts. I feel a big shift in perspective coming for so many of us at this time, because I feel like we're going to be around those people who are able to allow us to just feel loved, supported, and like we belong. And that can be such a difficult thing to find for so many people, but it feels like it's right there this week, and all you have to do is reach out and grab hold of it. Really, really exciting. We've come from this place of the 8 of Cups. So you may have left some people, some things, some old ways of doing things, maybe relationships, maybe relationship patterns behind, or you may have just felt a really strong push to do so, to move away in that direction, to just turn away and go somewhere else. And this also, I feel, means that there's some things that we're leaving behind in terms of sort of old worries, the things that might have bogged us down for a while. Oh, I'm never going to fix this. I'm never going to feel right about this. We've gone through this space of really turning away from that. And I feel this week we're going to start to open up to people and situations, environments that allow us to feel far more comfortable. We're going to be feeling loved this week with the Ace of Cups. I feel this reaching for that. I said groups of people, individual people maybe, but those who make us feel loved, make us feel safe, secure, stable. Even if it's only for a time, they're giving us the knowledge that they're there and we can feel okay, things can be okay. And when things have been so tumultuous, that just makes the biggest possible difference. And this, it's a reaching for the love that you deserve. It's a reaching for the spaces that you deserve. It's a reaching for that safety, stability, security, which is the basis, has to be the basis of everything else that we do. How hard is it to act when we don't feel that we have that? Well, this week, I absolutely feel that we are finding that, we're noticing that, we're seeing that around us, we're seeing love around us, but we're seeing support around us. It's making us genuinely hopeful because it's also breathing space. It's breathing space. And with the Star coming in as the main card for the present, there's the love again. And it's the support that comes from other people that allows us to deal. I said to allow, like, whatever you've been carrying to just sort of flow away into the earth. And there it goes. There it goes with the Star. We're clearing space in our hearts this week. This can be so optimistic. The subconscious process is the High Priestess. And what I'm feeling here predominantly is that change in understanding. I feel that moving into that space starts to change something deeper, because we start to feel like, actually, I can be okay. Actually, we can be okay. Actually, there's support here. Actually, I'm in the right place. Actually, this makes a bit of sense. I don't know everything about what I'm going to do next or where we go as a society, but I feel good. I feel good, and I want more of this, and I want to spread it. I want to spread it. I want to make sure that I have that available to me. I want to offer it to other people. So there is this coming together, this beautiful coming together in whatever sense with the right people. This moves us onto a space of the Ace of Swords. So we have two aces showing up. This is a shift. It is a change. And this is all about being able to believe that it can be better, and then being able to act on that belief, on that understanding. And how different we're all going to feel moving through this energy. How freed up we're all going to feel moving through this energy, being able to move forward. That's where we're moving towards. Now, the Ace of Swords is a decision. The Ace of Swords isn't necessarily a positive card, but the Ace of Swords with the star next to it, the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups just above it, this is incredibly positive, because we have to make a decision to align ourselves in that direction. And that really is on those principles of just simple care for each other, understanding of each other, and being with the people who make us feel grounded, safe, and like we belong. That's what we're moving into Cancer season with now. That's what we're moving into the summer with, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. It's what you're moving into the winter with in the Southern Hemisphere. Traditionally, the winter is like huddling together for warmth, but it is still, this is warm. This is very, very warm indeed. Even the phrase huddling together for warmth, in there's warmth with the right people and feeling more okay, more able to be decisive, more able to see clearly and think clearly. It's a wonderful, wonderful collective energy for the week that we're moving into. I'm going to move on now to pull cards for the 12 signs. Hi to everyone else just tuning in. Hi K-Stars, hi Melody Melodical. It's wonderful to see all of you here. So I'm going to start off by pulling cards for Aries and then move all the way through to Pisces. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Aries. But yeah, you'll feel that light bulb go on this week. Essentially, in the right company, you're going to feel that light bulb go on this week. You absolutely are. It's going to be fantastic. Look out for that and hold it. Use that to charge and carry you. What's Aries up to? Literally what they gave me there was, is it safe to come out yet? So whatever you've been going through, Aries, it sounds like it's been weighing you down, really weighing you down, and you've not been quite that optimistic about that coming to a close and being able to do really the things that you want to, being able to move forward. It's like I feel like you put your head above the parapet and you're like, no, actually, I'm going back. Yeah. So that's where you've been in, and you're looking for safety, security, and freedom, and you absolutely believe that's out there, but you've been looking and you're like, actually, no, this is too much. I'm going back. 10 of Wands is your conscious position. So I feel that is just sort of like, I don't like it out there. I don't like that, so I'm going back. That's what you're riding into this week with. That's where you've been. But your subconscious process wants that stability, and it believes in that stability. There's the 4 of Wands. There's what happens when you pop your head out of the parapet and it is okay. And you can breathe, and there's space to breathe. There's space for you to reach into and to feel yourself, to feel embodied. I feel like that is where you're coming to. It's where you're coming to if you can allow yourself to pop your head out for more than a second. Get your head out there. Take a really good deep breath, because it is shifting. The energy is shifting. This is far, far better for you, Aries. Here come the court cards for you. We'll see how these play out. You're coming in as a page of swords. Now, what I feel you are you've been as a page of swords is quite reactive, essentially, not giving situations a chance necessarily, wanting to pull the plug on things really, really quickly, maybe tearing into yourself a bit as well. I feel like you might have been, your pessimism or just your difficulties might have been meaning that you've been very, very critical of yourself, and now it's about allowing that to just move away, giving yourself space to breathe, to actually occupy some space out there, and to see that it's not all that bad. So your challenge is the Knight of Cups. Come up for air. Come up for air. Breathe it in and take the opportunity to understand what your heart is telling you, what your feelings are telling you, where that's pointing you, not your expectation in your mind that is, oh, it's shit, it's going to stay shit, I better go back. Breathe it in and see how you actually feel. How you actually feel, because that is going to guide you. It's going to guide you to be able not just to follow your heart, but to be in a far more explorative place. So you have the space to breathe. And then with the Two of Wands, you have the space to move into, to explore, to not be fearful, to not succumb to sort of shades of paranoia or pessimism or anything like it. I feel that you can move into this expansive space this week, Aries. Now, that means accepting that it's been difficult, but it doesn't have to stay that way. That means finding that space, breathing in that air. It means getting in touch with yourself. It then means following your heart very, very open-mindedly, open-heartedly, and seeing where it takes you. Because I feel like as you move into this space, as you start to explore, you're going to suddenly see opportunities, possibilities out there. And then you become that more explorative page of swords. You don't just tear things up or go and hide and give yourself a hard time, but you can just be more active, more understanding, more talkative with people, able to learn new things, do new things, understand far, far clearer. It feels absolutely beautiful, and all you have to do is get out there and trust it this week, Aries. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Taurus. Okay, Taurus. A lot of court cards. Again, this is interesting. First card that shows up is also a card that showed up for Aries. It's the Ten of Wands again. I feel like you're expecting everything to be a strain at this time, and maybe you've been under a lot of strain. I feel like you felt very imposed upon, Taurus. It's possibly damaged your trust. Certainly, you have needed to find a need to assert boundaries against one person, maybe against multiple people. Like, no, what you're doing, saying, what you're pushing me towards, what you're pushing on me, that's not right. And I'm pushing it away. I'm pushing it back. I've seen you literally pushing somebody away. You're not taking that. You don't want to take that, essentially. That's your starting point. I feel like you might have had to do that a bit in recent times. And because you've had to do that a bit in recent times, you're expecting pretty much anyone who gets close to you to be an imposition upon you in that way as well, Taurus. So in your subconscious, what's driving you is that you're acting as a Queen of Swords. I've seen it all now. I've seen it all. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I'm going to preempt that as well. I'm going to preempt that and shut the door before they even get close to me. No, 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 no. Don't want to hear it. Don't want it. Boundaries are really important. They're really, really valuable. However, I feel like you might be building brick walls that hem you in and close you in addition to those boundaries, Taurus. So there is a balance to be struck. Danger of cutting yourself off more and more and more. And I don't feel that's valuable. And I feel this strong need that you're feeling to be in control, to win the argument before it's even begun, to make sure that they know not to come near you. So it's a defensive position, and maybe it's one that your experiences have pushed you into. However, with the Knight of Swords at present, I feel like you might be pushing everyone away. And this is difficult. It's difficult when you need to maintain boundaries, when people haven't always respected them in the past or recently, and then you're dealing with potentially just being like, actually, I want to shut everyone out. I want to shut the whole world out. But there's a need for you to be a bit more open. And that doesn't mean taking any shit or wrong treatment or anything else, Taurus. But, excuse me, but there's a need to be able to communicate, chat, feel things out, and be able to open up space that allows you to connect to the right people. Not everybody is the right people. That's why you're erecting boundaries. Not everyone has acted fairly to you. That's why you're erecting boundaries. That's why you're in this place. So this isn't a personal failing or anything like it. But your challenge is the Page of Wands. So I feel like somebody wants to get to know you better, deeper. And you have an opportunity to do so, to move into this new space. Under no illusions, but also under no expectations. Recognizing the kind of threat and imposition that has been there, but not allowing it to take you over. This is very, very important. I feel I feel this strong need to not allow things to take you over, because there is love for you. There is love for you, and you might be closing off to that as well, Taurus. And I feel that that might mean that you miss something good. It may also mean that you close off a bit to the love that you need to give yourself. I feel like you need to recognize, as you have done, that not everybody is the right person to allow close to you, that not everybody gets to be in your like inner circle, inner periphery, or something similar. However, some people are worth letting in. So your final card, your advice, is the Two of Cups. Balance to be struck between what is harmful to you, where you're harming yourself, and how you allow a bit of love in, because there can be this blossoming. There can be people who fit you absolutely correctly, and it can be warm and nurturing. If you allow it, if you allow for that, if you allow some space for that, it's okay that you have your wisdom. It's okay that you've learned not to just allow everyone to expect you to be whoever they want you to. But some people deserve a bit of space. They deserve you to let them in. That's the main message coming up for you this week, Taurus. This need to value yourself and still give other people a chance, therefore, because you're worthy of the right people connecting with you as well. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Gemini. Hi, Tara. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June, 2019. Gemini. Gemini. Okay. Okay. You're a little bit cynical at the moment, Gemini. You're a little bit cynical, and I feel that because you're a bit cynical, you're in this space where you're not necessarily allowing yourself to accept that things are actually improving for you, that you're actually making a lot of progress, and that your outer world is actually progressing in a positive way. I feel like you're cynical about the situations you're finding yourself in. You're cynical about the prospects that you might have. You might be cynical about some of the people that you're encountering. And these are like old belief systems, but they're there, and it's not great. I feel like you're struggling to allow yourself to connect on a deep level to the people around you. And you want that, and you keep saying you want that, but then when there's a chance of it, you get very, very cynical about it indeed. Always looking for something a bit better, I feel. So I don't feel like you're in a place where you feel like your friends, your situations, your prospects can be enough. So it's kind of this grass is greener scenario that you're playing out. And I don't feel like you're necessarily doing that on a conscious level, but I feel like you quickly find yourself doing that. It's like a little switch flicks inside of you and you're in cynical mode again. And we need you to catch yourself when this cynicism is arising, Gemini. The Three of Cups is showing up in your conscious mind. I feel like on the one hand, you feel the people you're friends with, who you're encountering, who you're hanging out with are okay. But I also feel like you also feel like this slight separation from them, that you always be slightly separate, so they don't get to come too close as a result of that. It's like the cynicism that kicks in. And what's driving this is the star. And with the star in your subconscious, this is the sense that no, there must be something better over there. There must be something better over there. So you're not giving people, situations, or anything else a chance, a fair crack of the whip, because you're looking for the next big thing instead. You're looking for where the bright lights are. But the bright lights and the progress are right where you are. Your situation is the eon. This is a huge opportunity for you to simply step into the space that you're at, connect on a deeper level, and recognize that actually you are advancing. And the way that you advance is not to be so quick to cut and run. Not to be so quick to cut and run, but to recognize the blessings exactly where you are and the expansive possibilities that are there for you at this time. I mentioned that is like, I feel like a lot of you wants to do that, and then the switch flicks. And this is where you're in two minds. You're unsettled. You're unsettled with the Two of Swords. I feel like you're not quite on top of this. You're not quite getting to grips with why this is happening, what the emotional trigger is. I mentioned that the collective is finding safety and stability, and you need to recognize that as well this week, Gemini, where you are and where it is possible for you to find it. Your final card is the Seven of Wands. You are expecting the worst of people at times, not even on a conscious level, but it's there. If you're not expecting the worst, you're still thinking there's something better elsewhere. But I feel like there is this emotional process that you're avoiding. You're avoiding it by closing the door on people, closing the door on people, closing the door on people, closing the door on people. It's a habit. It's a pattern. You've been doing it for a while. So this is about settling. It's about settling. It's about recognizing the good in the situations that you're finding yourself in, the company that you're finding yourself in, your own development within those situations and those relationships, and allowing that to clear the way for you, to open things up for you. People coming close to you is not going to destroy you, Gemini. People getting to know you, a lot of them will actually quite like you. So you don't need to be closing off in that way. And as I said, it's not a conscious process, but it's an emotionally driven process that you need to be aware of. There is something deep down, buried deep, that means that you don't quite trust, don't quite feel safe, and means that you need to keep changing where you are, changing the scene, changing your company, changing your friendship route, changing your relationship, change. Doesn't need to happen anymore. The change is going to come from staying put, because you have the right people around you, Gemini. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Cancer. Sun is transiting your sign, Cancer. Let's see what's in store for you this week. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Cancer. Cancer. Kathy asks, are you part of the occult? Well, occult just means unseen, and you can see me right now, so you tell me. Cancer. Beautiful. Beautiful. And even though there's like a card that you wouldn't necessarily like usually, I'm going to show you why it's beautiful. So you've been in a closed off space, Cancer, but I feel like you're moving into a bit of light. They sort of showed me you sort of like crawling out of like a tunnel or a cave into the sunshine, into the sunlight, finally. Being able to feel rejuvenated, and you're able to do that precisely because you've been doing your inner work. That's what's giving you the space to come out into the sunshine, to draw breath, to feel much, much stronger and more embodied. You're going to be feeling really, really trusting, Cancer. You have Divine Feminine, traditionally the Empress, as your conscious process. You also have the High Priestess as your subconscious process. So you've been working a huge amount on this side of your being. This is allowing you to feel more strong. It's allowing you to feel able to come out and touch in with the world and feel okay in the world. Very, very peaceful, settled Divine Feminine, one who recognizes the passage of time, recognizes the way things are improving, recognizes this flowering, this blooming, this blossoming. That's where you are. And at the same time, you're also trusting your inner process. You're trusting who you're becoming. So your subconscious is comfortable. Your subconscious feels embodied. Your subconscious feels able to be grounded, to be embodied, to feel, oh, this is okay. This is okay. I feel like your subconscious really wants to embody at this time through movement. Things like dance, sensuality, possibly sexuality, possibly smells. So this can be smelling flowers. This can be working with aromatherapy, essential oils. But I feel this embodiment coming for you this week, Cancer. It's really, really powerful. You can step into it, and you're able to do it because of the inner work that you've been doing, the balancing you've been doing, the understanding of yourself, including your shadow that you've been doing, showing up with the Hermit, So now you're feeling more ready to step out there because you understand yourself better. And therefore you can choose what you show, what you don't show, but you know there's more to you than what most people see, than what generally meets the eye. Challenge to be a Knight of Wands. Go out there and do something with it, because again, look, there's the balance that comes up again. Sun and moon in balance, light and dark in balance. Literally, High Priestess and Divine Feminine. So this creative, intuitive side of you is in balance and it's flowering. And because it's flowering, you're feeling more comfortable, Cancer. That means the only thing standing in the way is your mind playing tricks at times, the old thoughts, the old anxieties. But I feel like you've moved so far past them that when you catch yourself thinking in those old, anxious, pessimistic, more difficult ways, you'll be able to put it to one side. You can put it to one side because your process is so strong. That's going to enable you to go after things, to make your mark, to feel supported. Really, really powerful, Cancer. Absolutely beautiful with the sun transiting your sign. Get out into that sunshine, into that light, and accept it for what it is, because you've been doing the work. You know the things that upset you. You know the things that bother you. You know what your fears are. You know what your more difficult experiences are. But you don't, at this stage, allow them to hold you back, because you have this recognition of where it all fits and who you're becoming. Really, really beautiful, Cancer. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Leo. Leo. Okay. Oh, Leo. Okay, yeah. You're being pulled in two different directions this week. For some of you, you have two love interests and you're being pulled in two directions that way. That's the most strongest, most vibrant thing that they're showing me. For others of you, it may not be two love interests, but what you are dealing with, I feel, is a split within you about whether to be with someone or to shut off and go somewhere else. The sense that I get is that you feel that if you are with that person, if it is only one, it would be super restrictive. And what's more, if you're choosing between two people, that choice feels super restrictive. You don't want to make it. But I feel there may well be a choice to be made. For those of you who have two interests and you like your two interests and you can be non-monogamous, fine, go and do that. That's cool. You know, all relationship styles are perfectly welcome here. However, unfortunately, Leo, I feel that that's not the situation for most of you. I feel like you need to make a choice at this time, and it's messing with you. You don't want to. You want to wait it out. Temperance is showing up for you. You're like, this is okay though. Can't things just stay as they are? I don't want to have to decide, make a commitment just yet. I want to hold this off. I want to hold this off. Knight of Cups is in your subconscious. So I feel like you're very much swept up in the moment with one or two people, or you're swept up in this closed offness, and it's like, actually, you've attached to that. It's something that you sort of got swept up in or attached to, but it's not your answer by itself. There's a choice to be made. High Priestess shows up as your situation, and for me this means that there are deep feelings involved here. Deep feelings are involved, and you don't quite want to follow them. And it feels like a conscious decision not to follow them more than anything else, if that makes sense. So you're closing. You're closing because you're relating to an unhealed pain, an older pain, and a belief that if you make a decision here that allows someone close to you, whether or not that involves shutting somebody else out, I feel like you expect pain from it. Three of Swords. So you're expecting this restriction, this pain. You don't want to be there. You feel like you'd be very, very exposed if you make this choice. Very, very exposed. That's why you're avoiding it. Even if your feelings and your heart and your deeper feelings are telling you yes, you're like, it's too exposing, it's too difficult, I can't do it. I feel like you can, but it needs you to take a chance. It needs you to take a chance. It needs you to move into this space of the Page of Wands. Taking this chance. And yes, there's your fear. Am I just going to plummet off a cliff if I do this? No. You can be light-hearted. You can be open. You can be optimistic. You can be playful. I feel like you have made all of this into such a serious thing that now the options just seem terrible before you even get started. But I don't feel that it is that, and I feel that your feelings are going to guide you. Your thoughts are going to mislead you. Your expectations on the thought level based on old hurts are going to mislead you. But if your feelings are telling you go for it with this person, or if there's two people involved, your feelings are like, this is the person for you, then follow it, Leo. Follow it. I hope that makes sense for you. And if, by the way, your feelings telling you to be with two people and they're both okay with that and it's all consensual, follow that. Okay? The next sign is going to be Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Virgo. Virgo. Hi, Neighborhood Arts. Okay. You've been overdoing it a bit, Virgo. Not in a bad way either. I feel like you've been out having a good time. You've been feeling quite blessed as well, supported. You're supporting others. These feel healthy, your friendships, your connections. You're also quite worn out and you might need a bit of a rest this week. And you might not allow yourself a rest because you might feel or have this idea that if you don't keep being the person who your friends need in various ways, and it might not be just be friends, it could be other people as well, but it's mostly friends, then you don't necessarily trust them to stick around. But they will. They will if they're real friendships, Virgo. So this trust is going to wear you out, and it means that you're not valuing yourself enough. It means that you're pushing yourself harder than you need to be as well. Six of Pentacles showing up in your conscious mind. This is the belief, I feel, that you need to keep putting in, or they'll leave. No, that's not how it works. Those who are true friends, those who value you, those who are real, will stick around regardless. And those who will only be around if you're doing things for them, giving them stuff or whatever else, they can kind of get fucked. And you know this as well. So in your subconscious is the King of Wands, the pressure to act, to be the real deal, the full package, to be able to keep going. And that's not realistic. That's not realistic. Too intense, too fast. Yes, your sign is about service. That's part of Virgo. That's part of the deal. Makes you very self-critical, for sure. However, take a rest. You need a rest. Can't keep running around after other people endlessly like this. You're a Queen of Pentacles. This is also about your own healing, your ability to support yourself, and your ability as well to say no at times, Virgo, to say no at times. Because the real friends will stay with you. With the Three of Cups, which we're seeing a lot of today, and it's no surprise that we're seeing the Three of Cups a lot today, because for this week, what did I say right back at the start for the collective? That we're going to be noticing those true friends, those people who make us feel loved, secured, stable, and just at peace and happy and joyous and okay and optimistic. You have those people in your life, Virgo, and they're the ones who are going to be fine with you taking a rest, taking care of yourself and the things that you need to do. Your advice is the Two of Swords. Make the decision to commit to yourself, to your own needs, your own need for rest, your own need to slow down, your own need for self-care, your own need to be supported rather than doing all the supporting, Virgo. It's as simple as that. Don't close off to your needs. Don't close off to what your feelings and your emotions are telling you that your needs are. If you need to sleep, if you need to stay in bed, then do. You need a break, then do. If you need to say no, then do. Because those who matter, who you've done so much for, will absolutely understand and be with you all the way through. I hope that makes sense for you, Virgo. The next sign is going to be Libra. Libra sun, moon, and rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Libra. 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 Hi, Stacey Rose. Oh, beautiful, beautiful energy for you, Libra. You are feeling so grounded, so secure, so safe. And it's allowing you to slow down, and that includes slowing down your thought process this week. And it's like you can just enjoy being, but more than that, you're connecting to yourself in a much, much deeper way. I feel like you're connecting to all parts of yourself. I feel like you're connecting to your inner child in particular. And I feel this wonderful, wonderful healing energy for you, Libra. Really, really beautiful. Your first card, this is your conscious process. It's cosmic union. Traditionally, the world all coming together for you. Allowing you to feel together as one, not torn. It's not often you feel like that, Libra, but that's how you feel. Because the deeper healing is going on with the Six of Cups. Absolutely is. Feels really comfortable, really beautiful, really safe. Really safe. You're able to just step out peacefully, all parts of you intact, away from the shadow of the past. Grounded. Knight of Pentacles showing up for you. Really feeling yourself in touch with your body, with who you are, your needs, where you can be going from here. And it's this sense of feeling complete. That's why you're coming into this week from Libra. It makes you super optimistic. Nine of Cups showing up as your challenge, the wish fulfillment card. You're literally looking out and believing that actually things can be okay. You can have the things that you want. They can come to you. It's real. It feels real. And they can come to you, Libra. They absolutely can. You just need to do your part as well. Put into your life, your projects, your friendships, because it will come. So you are in this lovely, lovely, energetic space where you feel grounded, you feel safe in the amount I've done for a long time, connected to yourself, hopeful and optimistic, with the Six of Pentacles as your advice. All that I feel needs to be added to here is you doing your part. You do your part, the universe will do its part. If you sit and do nothing, you're going to get a bit stuck still. So take the optimism and move on it. Start the ball rolling on something this week, Libra. So beautiful, and you can absolutely work with it. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Scorpio. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a wonderful week so far for so many people. I kind of felt it, but oh my goodness. You have a wonderful, wonderful week in store, Scorpio. It's an active week as well. I feel like you're going to be out partying. I feel like you're going to feel embodied. I feel like it just feels like you could really get lost in the moment. And that's not in a bad way. It feels really, really positive. Really, really positive, quite active, and so it's about what you do with this energy, Scorpio. In your conscious mind is the Lovers. Underpinning it in your subconscious mind, cosmic union. You feel like you belong, you feel like you've achieved something, accomplished something. That's why you're able to celebrate. Maybe you have finished something this week. That's why you're celebrating. Maybe you've done a lot of healing on yourself, and that's why you're celebrating. But there's something that is completing. And in a process that is completing, that is being reflected in the outer, in being able to move forward in a positive way. And part of that, I feel, is celebration for you at this time. And you should be celebrating. That's coming up as your cards go on. So your situation is the Magician. You're powerful, you're embodied, and yes, you should celebrate. But you also need to direct your energy at this time in a purposeful way. And you need to avoid So you should be pleased with yourself, but you shouldn't let it go to your head, if that makes sense. This is about healing yourself, not about fueling your ego. You need to be in charge of your ego. You need to be harnessing your ego rather than fueling it, letting it balloon out of control. All parts of you need to be in harmony so you can reach for the prize. And the prize, I feel, is up to you, but it needs to be a clear intention that you act on, as well as just celebrating. Because I feel like if you don't set clear intentions, then that's when the self-doubt might start to seep in. But if you are pushing in a clear and positive way and you are going for it, then you are going to burn away the remaining worries, anxieties, doubts, this kind of thing. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is fast movement, it's exuberance. It's feeling all of you moving as one. This is coming up here very, very strongly for you. Every part of you able to move as one. If you harness it, and if you are clear about where you want to go next. And yes, celebrate, enjoy it with the 4 of Wands. It's beautiful, you have earned it. But you also need to do something with it in order that you turn this into something rather than going back, Scorpio. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Sag. Sagittarius. Sag. Okay. Can you allow yourself to settle, Sagittarius? This is important. You're in a good space as well. I feel like everyone's in a good space, to be honest, this week. It's great. Can you allow yourself to settle in that good space? Or are you going to undermine yourself and be like, oh no, I need to be doing something. I need to be doing something. I need to be doing something. Not always. Not always. Settling into something is okay. Page of Pentacles is in your conscious mind. I feel like you feel like, no, I've got so much to do, so much to learn, so much to get on with, so much I have to create, so much I have to make material, make real, open up, push forward on. Breathless, absolutely breathless. What's driving it in your subconscious is the 10 of Wands. You're scared of getting stuck where you are. In a restlessness, belief that you're going to be restricted, a belief that that if you stay where you are, it falls apart, turns to shit, crumbles away into dust. Try and identify where within you that belief is coming from, because it's along those lines, and it means you're not catching your breath, and it means you're not accepting being okay when you are, and you are at the moment, but you need to work on that inner issue, which is reflecting outwards, and also believing that you have so much to achieve because you don't feel like you've accomplished that much. You feel like this eternal apprentice, even though you've been learning a lot more than that, and even though the universe is ready to help you out. Four of Wands. Enjoy where you are at. Again, we're seeing the Four of Wands a lot today as well. This is a celebration. It's a breath of fresh air. And what's more, it's a solid foundation that you're not going to lose. And yes, you'll need to build on it in time, but not yet. And you don't have to force the issue. Why don't you have to force the issue? Because with the Three of Wands, there is more coming your way. And you're not going to see it yet, but the clouds are going to clear. The possibilities are going to open up. It's going to come through for you. You're going to be receiving if you're able to stay where you are rather than rushing after the next thing. So staying power and acceptance of where you are, Sagittarius. Your final card is the Knight of Wands. I feel the Knight of Wands here is somebody who's going to come in and support you. Somebody who I feel is going to give you a little shot in the arm and help you on your way to something new. But that's not going to happen if you're already busying yourself doing something else or whatever. I feel this strong supportive energy of the Knight of Wands coming in, and it's going to encourage you to, yes, do stuff, but to feel more confident, more active, more able to assert yourself, less like you have to keep learning and proving yourself to somebody else. It feels much, much freer. All you have to do is be open to it, Sagittarius, and identify where this restlessness or inability to accept the good space that you're in within you is coming from. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Maybe the first difficult one this week in a way. So Capricorn, there's a heaviness to your heart. So there's this need for healing, first of all. Something that it's need for healing, but it's also something that you keep centering in your mind, even when you don't need to, even when things are going well, even when things are going okay, even when things around you are okay. There's then this kind of nagging doubt that goes, yeah, but what about this? But what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And therefore I can't be optimistic. I can't be okay where I am because what about this? This thing in the past that I still don't understand, and I'm going to hark back to it and hark back to it. And maybe not. I don't feel like you're healing it. I feel like you're carrying it around with you. And there is going to be a need to heal what happened that brought this about, for sure. But carrying it in this way, centering it, placing it into the foreground of your life is causing you difficulties. Showing up with Mercury. I have to understand it. I have to understand it. I have to rationalize and understand it. No, you have to heal it, and you're only going to heal it if you stop letting it dominate you, if you stop holding back because of this, if you stop denying yourself joy, pleasure, love in a sustained way because you keep harking back to this, going back to this, Capricorn. In your subconscious is the King of Wands. Somebody made you feel small. Somebody had authority over you, misused that authority, made you feel small, and now you can't trust yourself or your environment. That's what's at the heart of this. May have been an abusive situation, so it isn't something to be taken lightly by any means. It's something that requires deep healing, as I've said. But I don't really like the concept of victim consciousness. It's always felt a bit blamey to me. So I'm going to park that concept over here somewhere. And I'm going to talk just about allowing yourself space to be and to enjoy yourself. You don't have to be endlessly optimistic. You don't have to be endlessly positive. And fuck knows that can cause its own set of issues. But what you do need is to regain as much of your own power as possible. And if it helps you to see yourself as a victim in relation to something that happened to you, that's okay. This was done to me. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. Nobody should give you any shit for that at all. But there is this need to regain a bit of your own power and purpose, because that's going to allow you to grow and move forward. It's going to allow you to believe in yourself and who you can still be. Who you can still be despite the wound that has been inflicted upon you. The Magician shows up. I feel like your mind plays tricks on you. The Magician and Mercury together. I feel like your mind plays tricks on you a bit here. Tells you you're not good enough. You don't deserve things. You can't achieve things. This is the result of something that happened to you, but it's also something that you're learning is not all there is to you. Your challenge is the Hierophant. Allowing yourself to recognize what happened, to recognize the hurt, The difficulty it causes you, maybe it will cause you that for a bit longer. There is this need to heal. The Hierophant also appears to me as a healer at times, but this is allowing your heart to be open, because your heart needs to be open so it can heal as well. You need to allow the light in, as well as acknowledging where it's been hurt or broken in the past. Your final card is the King of Pentacles. You can become all that you desire. You can achieve all that you desire. This piece of shit from your past who told you otherwise, maybe did things to you that made you believe otherwise, is not there anymore to stand in your way. You have some healing to do, Capricorn, absolutely. Part of your healing journey is allowing yourself to believe in yourself, go after the things that you want, and accept the things that you've built for yourself, you've created for yourself, and allowing some love in as well, and trusting it as far as you can, at least. I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn. The next sign is going to be Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Aquarius. Before we do that, I'm just going to say, obviously I put out these videos every week, and often more than once a week, and that includes general readings for the collective and for the 12 signs. I also pull cards for those I'm drawn to following the 12 signs on most videos. But if somebody approaches me and goes, "Is it free?" then my immediate response is to ask if you do your job for free. Because if so, that's fine. Like, give me whatever it is that you do, and then I'll do my work for you as well. That's fine. That's a fair exchange. I also pull for those I'm drawn to, because that helps people and because I'm in service. But it also helps me a lot if people actually value work and pay for it by donating, by booking me, or anything else. I'm very happy to offer this service and to do all of this. But don't go around asking anybody in any job to do their job for free, because it's just devaluing to them. It's just not a good energy. It's not a good energetic exchange. I hope that sort of makes sense. I'm going to move on to Aquarius now, but that thing, basically. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 23rd to the 29th of June 2019. Okay, interesting for you, Aquarius. Let's feel into this a tiny bit deeper, see what they're giving me exactly. Okay. Giving yourself credit is good, Aquarius. Giving other people credit is also good. I feel like you're doing the first one, but not the second one. So you're giving yourself credit where it's due for your own work, but then you're not giving credit or thanks or gratitude to other people necessarily. Oh, I did it all myself. No, you didn't. No one does everything all themselves. That's bullshit. There's no self-made person out there. We are social beings. We act in communities. You've had help. You've had help, and it's okay to admit it, Aquarius. It really is. First card showing up for you is the Hermit, is your conscious process. Your subconscious process is the Nine of Swords. You're scared of giving credit to other people or giving thanks or gratitude to other people. You feel like it makes you look weak, makes you vulnerable, makes you a target. That like showing all parts of yourself, that like showing a vulnerable side, a grateful side. Oh no, that won't do. Two of Pentacles is the split there. You can do both. Like you can be good to yourself. You can have a good self-image. Be kind to yourself. Recognize the things that you've done for yourself, but you can also recognize that you didn't get there by yourself. Devil, Star. Which one is it going to be, Aquarius? That's the split in the Two of Pentacles. Did I do it all myself? Is it all down to me? And even if I make use of other people's resources, can I just give myself the credit and not bother thanking them? Or did I have some help? Did I have some help? And actually, yeah, I've worked damn hard as well. And I deserve some credit for everything that I've done. But I've been helped. I've been helped. I'd like to keep getting help. Being helped is nice. Helping other people is also nice. This can be more mutual. Yeah, slight exposing yourself there, but not in a bad way, in a way that is open, that opens your heart, that allows you to connect, that allows you to build relationships, that allows you to build stronger connections with people, that allows you to build into society, into community, into those things that actually your sign is supposed to stand for, Aquarius. Remember? You're the humanitarian sign. You're the inclusive sign. So that's the choice that you get. Rigid, closed off, taking credit for everything yourself, closed off to other people, or actually recognizing that you've been helped, that you can help other people, and that you do better and everyone else does better when you do that. I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. Hi, Daphne. Thank you, Tara. The next sign is going to be Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I'm very happy doing these videos. I'm very happy putting out free content. That doesn't, you know, I'm here to do that. As I said, it is just very occasionally somebody will message me or comment in the comments box or whatever and just be like, I want a free reading. And I'm like, no. Anyway, Pisces, because I could get stuck in that in a while and it's not that helpful. And I'm hugely grateful for those of you who watch, who support in whatever sense, who book, who donate, who comment, who like, who share the video. All of this means a huge amount to me. I got the most beautiful, heartfelt email from somebody who follows my channel yesterday, and it means everything to me. You know, we're being loving and supportive to each other this week, remember? Pisces. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. Okay. You're okay, I feel, Pisces, but you're okay, and it might be in a bit of a static, rigid kind of way that may mean that you close off unnecessarily at this time. It's a very, very open time. There's no need to close off. I feel like, you know, I just don't want to take risks, but actually, this is like, I know it's a really basic message, but there's this sense of not overthinking things and just saying yes to life at the moment for you this week, Pisces. I know that's really straightforward, but there's a lot of fire in this reading. So it's about action. It's about accepting chances. It's about accepting love and affection as well, but it's about doing so in an active way. Page of Wands is in your conscious mind. I feel like this is somebody who is trying to pull you out of your shell a bit this week, Pisces. Somebody, if I can get it to focus, who wants to connect with you, might be inviting you out to do things. Areas like this, it feels positive, it feels supportive. This could be a fire sign energy coming in to support you. So that could be Aries, could be Leo, could be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or it may be somebody who wants to encourage you to be a bit more fiery, a bit more active, chatty, playful, everything else. Your subconscious, we have the Fool, and I feel this is what's holding you up. Too big a chance, too big a drop. I don't know what's coming. Maybe I'll just stay at home. Don't just stay at home. Like, open yourself up to these wonderful possibilities and options that are being offered to you this week, Pisces. Ace of Wands. I love this Ace of Wands so much. Isn't that exuberant? Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't you like to feel that way and have all of this open up in front of you, Pisces? Absolutely beautiful. Get out and enjoy it. This is the Six of Wands. Chance to be in the sun, around people, supported, loved, committed to yourself, committed to the people around you, committed to enjoying it. It's going to break the deadlock within you of the Two of Swords, Pisces. I feel like you are overthinking every damn thing rather than saying yes to the things that make you feel good, make you feel inspired, make you feel part of life, part of other people's lives, make you feel real. That's what you go for this week. I hope that makes sense for you, Pisces. That is all 12 signs. Please remember to like and share the video and comment on the video after the live if you're able to. If you'd like to leave me a tip or a donation or book me for a personal reading, my details for all of those are in the box below. All of those help a huge amount too. I have time now to pull cards for a couple of people. If you'd like to pop any questions you have in the live chat, I will see which of you I am drawn to. Anyone has questions? Neighborhood Arts is asking, is there a reason I don't have a Patreon? At this moment in time, I kind of don't want to restrict a lot of my content in that way. I would rather people who feel moved to send me a donation. I would rather people feel able to book me as and when they need me. I might move to the Patreon model in future, but it's not for me at this time. I feel like it would just close me off to people unnecessarily. I know it works for some people. I know a number of people who use Patreon. It works wonderfully for them. At the moment, I'd say no to that, but I wouldn't rule it out in the future. Everyone's gone really, really quiet in terms of simple card pulls for themselves. Maybe I've answered everything you could ever want to know. If so, that's wonderful. And in any case, I'm going to thank you all for being here and tuning in. Please feel free to get in touch if you have any comments, suggestions, things you'd like to see, things you'd like to connect with me over, if you'd like to interview me, collaborate with me, or anything else. All my details are right in the box below. I'm going to wish you a wonderful week and a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening, Sunday night, or Monday morning, depending on where you are in the world. I will see you all again really, really soon. Thank you for being here.